So I told y'all I was on this mission to see classic black movies from back in the day. This one, it came out in 1959. What's so crazy when I was looking up Johnny Nash, this is the guy who sang, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. That's him. That's him. So he basically, the first 5 minutes of the movie is no dialogue, no nothing. And basically you see him standing amongst his peers, which are all white, in front of his white teacher, and they're staring at him like, what did you do? I understood clearly what was happening. That white woman said something that bothered him, or the class said something and she didn't come to his defense, so he storms out. Of all things, he storms up to the bathroom and smokes a cigar. Not a cigarette, a cigar. His daddy's cigar. Gets caught by the school janitor and is immediately recommended for expulsion. So remember, he goes off to his dad's house, the dad's work. Dad works at a bank and realizes he's not going to try to hear me out, so I'm going to go home. So his maid is a character named Christine, who's played by Ruby Dee, and the way they introduce it, I might be wrong, this is Ruby Dee's first movie. Although she had a very small role, she had a very impactful role, which I don't want to give it away, but in efforts of him growing up to be a man, he proposes something to Ruby Dee. So I'll leave it at that. And that's later on in the movie. So he comes off very rude, very arrogant, very disrespectful, and you realize as you watch the movie more, he's just angry. You got me in this all-white neighborhood. The kids hang out with me, but don't really hang out with me. They ask me to come play on the sports team, but when it comes to the parties and the outings, I don't get invited there. People ask me crazy questions in class. And when he comes home and he's upset about it, his Graham, who she comes downstairs, even though she's not supposed to come downstairs, they make her stay upstairs in this room where she's supposed to sleep all the time. And she said, no, I'm coming downstairs to have a beer. You're going to help me come downstairs. So he helps her because like they were tight. They were very close. And it got to the point where he got riled up and he shared his grievance with her. Of course, she was like, I need you to stop cursing. Like, why are you using such harsh language? But eventually she let him get it all out. And then she got to a point where she took a brush and she was brushing his hair while he was like in her lap, not sitting in her lap, but you know how we do when people do our hair. And she's like, I used to do this for your uncle all the time, just comb their hair, and that's when or brush their hair, and that's when they would share how they felt. And she admitted, I understand you are dealing with some things that you don't want to deal with. You have to deal with white people saying stuff they shouldn't be saying. And she's like, I get you stood up to the teacher. Good for you for sitting up with that teacher. But that's not the way. No, I take that back. The mom said that. The Graham was like, you were good for saying what you're saying. It works. You have to do what you have to do, because they shouldn't be saying that. And I don't know why they moved you down here anyway. So mom and dad comes home and he's gone. He's ran away. So it's a matter of, in the midst of him running away, he really thinks he's a grown man, to the point when he goes to a bar to ask for a beer, they ask him for his age. He couldn't tell them his age based on the fact that he was 21. So they didn't sell him a beer. He went somewhere else. Mind you, he got $5 from Graham. That goes to show the time period. $5 and he was able to run away. And granted, he kind of wasted it too. I don't want to give the whole movie away, but he's out and about. So it's a matter of, is he coming home? And when he comes home, will mom and dad be sympathetic or will they continue with status quo? That's just the way it is, and you just got to deal with it. So that is an interesting dynamic when you finally see the conversation go down between the three of them. And really, it's like one-on-one, he has a conversation with his mom, and one-on-one, he has a conversation with his dad. And then Graham, at one point, she sticks up for him and says, y'all need to listen to him. Y'all don't listen to him. Allow him to voice his concern. And again, this is very irritating and frustrating when you watch movies like this. This is 1959, y'all. 1959. And we're still dealing with these same things in 2025. Another thing this also reminded me of, I think her name is Olivia Clark. She wrote a book called Black Girl, White School, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the title of the book up here so y'all can see it. And she talked about this issue of just being the only black girl, or the only black woman. And she got with multiple women from universities, from different age ranges, from different professions, either doing a poem, some type of essay, some type of narrative that really breaks down what girls and women go through and how they either overcome it or how they're trying to overcome it. And it's a really quick read, but as quick as the read is, I took my time with it because I found myself getting mad. And like the fact that people have to deal with this is not right. And I really took the time to process that book. But on the exception of the classroom, this was a mostly black cast. Like the focus was on Spence, that's what's his name in the movie, him running away, and of course where he ran away to was like all black bars. Like at one point he ran into some prostitutes who they were running scams on people in the bar. Like they were calling on the phone and saying, yeah, I'm gonna tell your wife that you did such and such and such, so if you don't give me $50. And I was like, still, like when people say the world is so much different now, it is, but it isn't. But it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it.